A city on edge, a president's order, and a governor's power. Memphis is about to witness something it has never seen before. National Guard troops marching into the streets. But is this protection or control? Tonight, we uncover the truth behind America's newest battleground. In the deep heart of Tennessee, a city stands on edge, caught between the weight of its past reputation and the storm of political power. Pressing in from above, Memphis, long haunted by headlines calling it one of the most violent cities in America, is once again in the national spotlight. This time, not because of rising crime, but because of the looming arrival of National Guard troops under a presidential order. The narrative is complicated. Federal agencies point to grim statistics from last year, when Memphis carried the highest crime rate among major cities, while city leaders insist that their own reforms are working, boasting a 44% drop in crime this year. Yet the debate is no longer just about numbers. It has become a test of power. The mayor, who argues that boots on the ground will only inflame tensions, standing at odds with a governor ready to align fully with Washington's will. In this collision of federal might and local pride, Memphis becomes more than a city. It becomes a stage where America's questions about justice, authority, and fear are forced into the spotlight under flashing sirens and the echo of marching boots. The president's decision to send the National Guard into Memphis reverberates far beyond the city limits, shaking the fragile balance between federal and local authority. For some, the move represents strength, a promise of order, a show of force that will make neighborhoods feel safe again. For others, it feels like an invasion, an unnecessary militarization of urban life at a time when statistics show progress, not decline. The mayor's frustration is palpable, his words measured yet defiant, warning that troops on the streets will not heal communities plagued by poverty, distrust, and the scars of past confrontations. He calls instead for investment in partnerships, FBI agents, D units, ATF task forces, law enforcement built on intelligence rather than intimidation. But in Tennessee, unlike in Chicago or Los Angeles, the president holds a rare advantage. Here, the state's Republican governor has pledged his full cooperation, granting the federal government not just symbolic presence, but the ability to act with the same authority as local law enforcement. That support transforms Memphis into a proving ground where ideology meets reality, and the quiet streets of the city brace themselves for the sound of armored trucks rolling in like thunder. What makes Memphis unique in this unfolding drama is its political divide, a Democratic-led city in a Republican-controlled state. It is a place where two distinct visions of law and order collide. Amplified by the national spotlight, local leaders insist that progress has been made. Crime has been curbed. Neighborhoods are stabilizing, and the solutions lie not in the presence of soldiers, but in strengthening trust between residents and the police who already serve them. Yet their voices risk being drowned out by the powerful echo of the governor's endorsement. A green light that allows federal troops to go beyond guarding courthouses and monuments, granting them the power to police streets, enforce laws, and intervene directly in daily life. To many citizens, the prospect is unsettling. The idea of soldiers carrying rifles outside grocery stores and bus stops conjures images of a city under siege rather than a city recovering. Critics warn that such deployments may erode freedoms, escalating confrontations rather than reducing them. Still, to supporters, this is a bold step, proof that leadership means action, not hesitation. Memphis, willingly or not, is now a canvas upon which America's struggle over crime, politics, and perception is painted in stark contrast. The tension grows heavier as residents grapple with what this new reality may bring. In barbershops, diners, and neighborhood porches, conversations ripple with unease. Will soldiers bring safety, or will they bring fear? For parents walking their children to school, the sight of uniforms could feel reassuring, a symbol that danger will not be tolerated. But for others, particularly those in communities long wary of government overreach, the same sight could spark old wounds, reigniting distrust and anxiety. National Guard troops are not strangers to America's cities. They have appeared before in moments of protest, unrest, and natural disaster. But this deployment carries a different weight, arriving not in response to chaos, but as a preventative show of force. The line between security and surveillance grows thin, and Memphis finds itself under a microscope. Its residents transformed into unwilling participants in a broader political narrative. Every rest, every patrol, every interaction will be dissected by national media, spinning the story into headlines that either praise decisive leadership or condemn heavy-handed intrusion. And in this storm, the city's own story of its progress, its struggles, and its resilience risks being lost in the noise of political theater. As night falls over the Mississippi River, Memphis stands at a crossroads. The bridges glow with city lights, but beneath the surface, uncertainty lingers like a shadow stretching across every street. The president has made his choice. The governor has pledged his support, and the National Guard is preparing to march into a city already wrestling with its identity. Is Memphis a symbol of failure in need of rescue, or a city on the rise, whose achievements are being overshadowed by political calculation? The answer may depend on who tells the story, but for those living it, the truth will unfold in real time. Families will judge by the presence at their doorsteps, business owners by the calm or chaos in their streets, and leaders by the faith or anger of their people. This moment is larger than one city. It is a reflection of America's enduring struggle to balance power, liberty, and safety. And as the nation watches, Memphis becomes a mirror, forcing everyone to confront the question: when does protection cross into control? And when does law and order begin to cost the very freedom it claims to defend?